So why does one leave home? I guess it depends for different reasons. For me, the main reason would be safety, security. If you no longer feel safe, then it's time to leave. Also, it's sometimes a better opportunity. Actually, many times it's for a better opportunity, whether it's something that you're seeking that you can't find where you are now, or whether it's something that you could find better elsewhere. I think that would be a good reason to leave home. During this whole time, I really wasn't aware of what was going on with my sister. I just knew that my dad was taking her for treatments, and I knew that we were there because of her. And so I was just too focused on, I guess, living my life as an 11-year-old at this point, and it didn't really drastically affect me. Now I'm finding out more that, now that I'm an adult, I found out that during that time my sister's treatment was getting more intense. Her progress, she was making progress. She was making progress that wasn't expected because the doctors in Dubai had told us she had maybe a year to live, and the doctors here at that point in Boston Children's Hospital were telling us she could potentially have a longer life and to really and have a good quality of life. And so my dad at this point was changing our visa type or something like that. I know that he applied for visas, and initially he got approved, so it was great, and then time came for renewal and we got denied. So at this point I heard my parents talking, and then my mom told me too. She was like, okay, the visa that we applied for got denied, but we're gonna appeal, so it's gonna be fine. Then when the appeal went through and that got denied as well, it was an intense moment because my parents had to decide what to do. The doctors were telling them that if we left, any of the treatment that had been made, any of the progress that had been made with the treatment would have been reversed. And if anything, she'd be worse off than she was before. And so if we wanted her to actually live or have some decent quality of life, we had to find another way to keep her here. So then my dad had to make pretty much the toughest choice that I think any parent should have to make. He had to decide between staying here and fighting for his daughter's life, my older sister, who was the reason we came, or admitting defeat and going back to Dubai or Pakistan, which either one we could go to, but which would have no treatment for her. My dad chose to overstay, and thanks to that, my sister is actually still alive, and she's with us today, 13 years longer than they thought she would be. And she's still special needs, of course. She has her medical condition still. However, she's at a point where she wouldn't be if we hadn't overstayed. So I don't think any of us ever regret that we stayed. I know my parents definitely don't. And I think that if any of us had to do it all over again, regardless of the hardships we may have faced or the feeling of uncertainty or the doubts, I don't think any of us would have done it differently.